one of the greatest trilogies during the PS2 era, spanning from about 2002 to 2005. We're going to be talking about Sly Cooper today. Sly Cooper is an action stealth adventure game following Sly Cooper and his band of thieves. Sly, who's a mask-wearing jewel thief who's also very witty, Bentley, who is the brains of the operation, and Murray, who is the muscle and the getaway driver. This trio, along with most of the other cast that you meet along the way, like Inspector Carmelita Montoya Fox, and also some recurring villains throughout the game, help paint the game in its stylized fashion, give it more life, more essence, give it a hint of the noir with the comic book style. Alright, so while doing some research for this episode of Who Remembers, I stumbled upon some dirt, some interesting tidbits I wanted to share. While in development of the first game, Sly's design was just a regular thief. Then it got changed to various aliens, different inanimate objects given life, until the idea of a raccoon wearing a mask made the entire team laugh, which finally settled it, ending the debate. Because Sony had thrown in their input too, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Sony of America wanted him to be cool, Sony of Japan wanted him to be cute, and Sony of Europe wanted him to be dark and edgy, which I think it kind of worked on all 3 aspects of it. The design works, the game works, it has like elements of all 3, but also has its own personality, and each character is unique, which makes the development of the story and the character input that much more intriguing. Makes you want to learn more and keep playing. Sly's initial name was just JT, which stood for Jewel Thief, but eventually that was scrapped because JT was also used as an abbreviation for Japan Tobacco. Let's be honest, Sly Cooper is a far superior name than JT. In total, there are 5 games, with the first 3 being developed by Sucker Punch. That's before they got crazily obsessed with Infamous, which is a story for another day. Sanzaru picked up the IP in 2010, developing the 4th mainline title and a minigame set called Bentley's Hack Pack. Initially, after 4's success and massive appeal, it was spoken and rumored for another sequel. That's before the developers backtracked, halting any sequel from happening for now. Hopefully we get one though, because it would be nice to see everybody's favorite thieving raccoon back in action with his band of thieves. Now, for the meat and potatoes, for the gameplay. You have points where you can control each of the trio. Sly is the most agile, using a lot more of the cityscape for stealth. He's also got thief senses, which allow him to sneak onto objects or crawl onto awnings. You know, if you couldn't see it before, you'd be able to see the path ahead of you, and it just points out different things that you can or can't do. Above all, he can also perch onto objects that are super high up, even if they're massively narrow. He can maneuver through tight passageways, using his cane to zipline and take down enemies. Since Sly is the face, he's also from a long line of special and professional thieves and can learn special moves because of that, and that's where the thief senses come into play. It's because he's from that lineage. Bentley, however, uses a slew of technology, and Murray just uses brute strength, because why not? Just use brute strength. It gets the job done. Okay, let's talk inner workings. Let's talk about how each game is broken up. Each game is broken up with a series of heists along the way, with missions to complete so you can complete the said heist, and then a bigger heist at the end of the game, typically. But after each of the heists, you're met with a boss battle, and you can sprinkle that in with the fact that the gameplay is so smooth, you're in for a wild ride. You're in for the time of your life. The first three games are easily my favorite of the series, as I said before. Call it rose tinted glasses, but those three games changed the landscape of gaming during that era. That's all you read about, that's all you saw on TV, that's all you heard online, even. When the internet was a baby in the mid 2000s. God, I'm old. The first game mostly had a linear path. You kind of went from point A to point B, while 2 through 4 kind of went non-linear. It was more of an open world type feeling where you'd have a main mission hub and then you could choose from there where you wanted to go. It's pretty neat too, because then you could use that mission hub to kind of hone in your skills and actually kind of practice what you were doing with enemies kind of lurking about, with spots that you could stealth up on, and with different things you can do. With the release of the original trilogy on console, I do have to recommend the series to newcomers or to old thieves like me who just want to get back into it. The amount of fun you're going to have, the amount of deciding on how you're going to approach a situation you have to do versus the story, the gameplay, the style. It's definitely a classic and still, for me, holds up today. I think that it's time we get a sequel or an update. Maybe Sly is older, wiser, teaching a new generation of thieves. And with that, I hope you all enjoy this video. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all. And 1K gang, let's go. We need a new Sly Cooper, man. We need a new Sly Cooper game. One more thing. One final thing. P.S. Extra, extra. If y'all want to see a full playthrough of the trilogy, go ahead and comment down below and we'll start making the playlist and all that to get the trilogy going, and I'll delete the save files, obviously, and we'll start anew. So go ahead and just let me know, and thank you all once again, and we will see you next time.